what was your first anime what the fuck moment?
Oh, Lord.
Trying to think.
First anime.
My first anime. Since we're talking about first anime. My first anime was pretty much...
that is a question.
Is it?
Wasn't it? Thought it was.
Oh, well, we're gonna make it one. Oh.
Yeah. What was the first anime you two ever saw? By Sarah Begley.
Again.
Again.
You saw her before.
Sorry, I kind of got mixed up.
It's fine. First anime that I was pretty much anything on Toonami.
Yeah.
Obviously Sailor Moon, Tenchi Muyo.
Back in the 90s.
Sailor Moon, Tenchi Muyo, Gundam Z, like those stupid, like, chibi Gundams.
God, yeah.
Anything that was on Adult Swim. Inuyasha. Big O.
Oh my god.
Rurouni Kenshin. God, it just
Big O was on back then, right?
Right, no, that's what makes me laugh, though, because do you remember how Toonami used to be on in, like, the afternoon?
Yeah.
And then, like, they switched to, like, late night on Saturday.
Yeah, I remember coming home from school at, like, 5 in the afternoon watching Tenchi Muyo, and I was like, this is cool.
Well, it just makes me laugh, because do you remember, like, how at night we would watch Toonami, and then it would go straight into Adult Swim?
Yeah.
That's how it was. And the thing is, like, I don't know if you remember this, because I don't know if anybody, like, certain people will. April 1st of last year, they brought back Toonami for a night.
Yeah, for one night.
And, I mean, I lost my shit. I was in tears. I was like, oh my god, it's Toonami. I miss this so much. And the fact that there was enough of an outcry to bring Toonami back.
That was pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah. So, like, that, so that right there. So, pretty much anything that was on Toonami. The first anime that I watched that wasn't on, that I can remember, like, actually. Because when I was growing up, I was all about the dubbed.
Yeah.
And now I'm all about the subbed. I love hearing the original Japanese, and I enjoy, that's another thing that kind of helps me with my depression is I have to sit and focus and read subtitles. I can't drift in and out of my thoughts. Like, I have to focus.
Yeah.
Trying to remember what the first one was. It actually might have been Hakuoki, to be honest with you. Because I think that was the first one that I was genuinely like, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna watch this because I really like these characters.
Yeah.
And then, like, I think after that was, like, Karakehime, and...
Yeah. And
then, like, I started finding Otfree. Like, it was kind of, like, 4 or 5 years ago that I really got into the subbed. So, yeah. So.
Wow. Well, aside from the Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, and Sailor Moon fandoms...
Let me add to Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh my god, all the Pokemon crap.
I don't even know where the cards are anymore.
Yeah. I still have mine somewhere. I think they're... I don't know. But anyway, aside from those obvious ones that I think almost every 90s kid can remember and relate to, my first official, like, obsession anime probably was Inuyasha. Like, I know that's probably a typical, 90s otaku, weeboo kind of answer, but I would draw the crap out of those characters.
She took up archery.
I took up archery in middle school purposely because of that show. I kid you not, I don't even know if I told you this story. The first night I ever stayed up, well, there's 2 stories to this. The first night I ever stayed up to watch Toonami, to see, like, Tenchi Muyo and all that, was when I dawned upon Inuyasha. And it happened to be one of the Kikyo episodes in the early seasons. And I was just kind of like, oh, this is interesting, and why does that guy have ears, and he's kind of hot, why am I thinking he's hot? And, just all these weird prepubescent thoughts are running through my head, and then
all
of
these
course
hormones.
And then of course, it was the one scene where Kagome walks in on Kikyo and him, like kissing
hugging?
or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. And I kid you not, it sprouted from there because I was like, oh man, I gotta see what happens next week. And I have VHS tapes up the yin yang of me with my VHS player recording at like midnight for like a year, just straight up recording every Inuyasha episode that I could get because it was just, I just loved it. And then the other second story is middle school, about 2003, when I was really getting heavily into the anime stuff. I moved into this house, and the first night, me and my parents had to sleep on air mattresses down on the first floor. We're on the second floor. And that first night was Toonami night. So, in the room with my parents asleep, I stayed up and watched Inuyasha and made sure I recorded it. Because I was so determined to not miss an episode. And of course, it was a Koga episode.
Oh my god.
So anyway.
You would like Koga. And the funny thing is, like, when she, we started talking about Inuyasha one time. We were going to Target for something. And, because I remember this conversation because we were walking into Target and, we were talking and you were like, I don't know who you would like in Inuyasha. And I said Sashomaru, and you were like, what? And then the more you thought about it, like, as we're walking through Target, I remember you being like, yeah, that makes sense. Like,
yeah, because at one point I was, like, into the Sashomaru. I went, like, I mean, I used to have, I need to show you old pictures of this bedroom.
Oh my god.
Because it used to have Inuyasha shit everywhere. Like, I had a wall scroll. My first wall scroll ever was Inuyasha. I would run around in my backyard like Inuyasha with my arms behind my back.
You did a Naruto run!
I did the Naruto run.
Before it was Naruto.
And oh my god, I never even told you this. The boyfriend that I had at the time in middle school when I moved here, he also liked Inuyasha.
Oh,
so that spawned that relationship. And we loved it so much that we kind of had like an Inuyasha Kagome thing. I know. Please laugh because it's so hilarious.
Oh my god.
And I mean, it was cute, but looking back on it, it's like, oh my god, we were such dorks. And I actually used to wear the Shikan jewel.
Shut up! Shut up! You're such a dork. Oh my god.
And whenever I would get mad at him, I'd be like, "Sit, boy," and he would actually slam his head on the desk. I kid you not.
I'm embarrassed to know you now. I don't really mean that, but like,
I kid you not.
Oh my god. While you were talking about that, I cannot believe I forgot to say Bleach.
Oh, good lord.
Let me tell you. Oh my god. Let me tell you about Bleach. So.
Oh my god.
It was on Toonami. I loved Bleach. I absolutely loved, adored Bleach.
I went through a stage with Bleach.
My 17th birthday was a Bleach themed party. I had episodes of Bleach playing on a projector. I shit you not, I had a Renji Abari cake in which I kissed before I blew the candles out. I shit you not.
We'll find those pictures.
Oh my god, I gotta... Okay. Story time. So,
yay!
So one day I was telling her about this documentary. It's called Mortified Nation. Basically, it's a bunch of people that read their diaries to a public audience. And it's not to make fun of them. It's just kind of to like read about, like to read stuff that was bothering you when you were like 13 and kind of laughing about it, but also,
it was very uplifting.
Yeah, it was kind of like laughing about like, oh my god, I used to think the same thing, So one night we started reading her diaries and we were like cracking up.
Oh
and
god.
I never really had the attention span to keep a diary, but there was a period of time that I did have a diary. So it was so funny was like it was at my parents' house and I didn't know where it was, and I was like, well, if it went anywhere, it'd be probably in my desk drawer. And sure enough, I opened it up and there it was. Like I haven't seen it in
Bum, bum, bum.
Like 7 years, and like there it is. So I took it out, and you know, so I'm just kind of so whatever. So for her birthday, I gave her my diary, and like didn't give it to her, but I was like, all right, here you go. So we started reading stuff, and you know, we were reading the diary, and in the back part, there was this letter.
Oh, God.
And she opens it, and I didn't know what it was. And she was like, "Dear Renji." And I literally was like, "No, don't read it!" And she was like, it was too late. She starts reading this thing off, and it was embarrassing as hell.
God.
Like, I mean, it was kind of like, "I just want to stroke your hair. I miss you. I'm so worried about you when you fight." Like, stupid weeboo. Like, oh my God. Like,
just as bad as my stories.
The thing is, like, it was just so funny because I remember, but the thing is, but the only thing that made me feel better about that was when you told me that you used to write to the boogeyman to bring you Jack Skellington.
Yeah, I went through a stage when, The Nightmare Before Christmas, around the time it came out or was popular or whatever, and I would actually, you know, in the song, you know, it talks about the boogeyman under your bed with, you know, what is it, teeth brown sharp and eyes glowing red or whatever, and no, that's under the stairs. Anyway, the boogeyman under the bed, and I thought for sure that if Jack had to come and visit me for any reason, it was going to be through him, so I actually wrote a letter. I'm sure it's in this house somewhere, and I was like, "Hey, boogeyman, can you bring me Jack Skellington?" Because for whatever reason, I thought he was attractive.
She was in love with Bone Daddy.
Yeah, I don't know. It was something, I think it was the suit. I have a thing about suits.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the thing is, like, also, when you told me that, did I ever tell you that, my friend made a fake Renji account?
Yes.
Yeah, she made it, like, I was depressed in high school a lot, because I never had a boyfriend. So, yeah, I've made peace with it. It's probably for good reason, probably. I was feeling depressed, so my friend in high school made a fake account, and was like, and then of course I broke up with him to go out with Hard Snosuke. I kid you not.
Oh my God!
So,
I wish I knew you on Facebook back then.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, so that was that. So those were our first animes. All right, so back to
Evan Keith's question.
What was your first anime? What the fuck moment?
From 20 minutes ago.
Let's see here.
Wow. You know. All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna say that, like I said before, season 2, Big O, that ending was what the F. My biggest, the one that, the first thing that popped in my head. The episode of Full Metal Alchemist where Hugh dies.
Oh.
That was the biggest what the F.
You went there.
I did go there. No, because there's a story to this. So that night, the first anime, the first Full Metal Alchemist, when that shit happened, I bawled my eyes out for 3 days. Because I was so upset. Because I get very emotionally attached to these characters. I was so upset because, especially the fact that his daughter, Alicia, was like, "Daddy, why isn't Daddy's got to go to work? He can't. Why is he I just didn't understand." So I never really. I don't even think I finished Full Metal Alchemist. I saw the Shambhala movie, so I kind of caught me up or whatever.
Yeah. So
when
that was kind of a what the fuck movie.
Yeah.
I have it.
It's like a fever dream.
I still can't figure it out.
Yeah. This Brotherhood, when Brotherhood came out, I didn't really watch it. Well, I was up late one night, and I turned on Adult Swim, and wouldn't you know,
Brotherhood was on there.
But it was the Hughes episode. The one episode I turn on to watch Brotherhood, Hughes died. And I'm like, God damn it. I give up. Fuck. Fuck you guys. Fuck this shit. Fuck. What the fuck? I was so angry. So, I think...
You were done.
Yeah, I was done. So, I really do think... Because, when you're a kid, you kind of accept things. You accept the fact that Inuyasha has ears. You accept the fact that
you don't really think about those things. You're just kind of like, oh, hey, he's cool.
Yeah. But then, like, when you really, like, start, like, you know, you've been through high school, you have more of an understanding of your education and stuff, that you start to understand, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like, you start looking back and you're like, yeah.
It's not right.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, so I think that was when the first what the fuck moment I really do think was just the fact that, you know, because I hadn't read the manga, and so for Hughes, because, like, Hughes was such a nice character. I think it's like the same thing with the Chimera episode where the guy puts the dog and the girl together. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Like, you're an asshole. Like, oh.
Yeah.
So I think that really was a lot of my what the fuck.
Gosh, mine. Wow. Well, I think I would have to go with, well, the first one I want to point out was the Tenchi Muyo episode where Ryoko was pregnant with Ryo-Oki. That was kind of
like
a
what?
But the actual what the fuck moment that comes to mind is, again, middle school, Narutard. My first box set of Naruto DVDs.
Oh, Lord.
I sat down one night and I binge watched all of it. And of course, you know, people who are active Naruto fans know that the first arc consists of the bridge with Zabuza and Haku. I bawled my eyes out when Sasuke died. Do you know what episode I'm talking about?
I don't, unfortunately, because I was not, like, I liked Naruto.
But you weren't, like, heavy into it.
I mean, I had a friend who, to this day, continues to ship Naruto and Sasuke. Like, that is her.
That's great.
That's, like, her forever thing.
But no, this particular episode, I won't spoil it in case people want to watch it.
Because I feel like we just need to put a spoiler alert.
I know.
At
this point, yeah. But that particular episode, Haku, you know, pretty much obliterate. Oh, and I should mention this was an uncut box set, so everything was very vivid.
Oh, Lord.
And poor Sasuke.
I forgot about the uncut.
Yeah. Oh my, it's so much more funnier.
Yeah.
Because after watching it first on.
Well, the thing
Cartoon
is, that's
Network,
why it was hilarious that that Disney had the Naruto Shippuden, because I had a friend who was like, they make a lot of dick jokes.
Yeah, pretty much.
And, like, how are they gonna do it? And of course they, you know, they edited it, and she was like, that's bullshit. So
yeah, but I got so attached to those characters for a while, and then when I finally binge watched like the actual subbed version, uncut, and you know, I did not move, I did not eat. I probably went to the bathroom like once. You know, and I was just kind of laying there, and I just was crying, and I was like, no, Sasuke, don't die! It was so bad. Looking back, I'm like, oh my god, what was wrong with me?
Well, obviously he came back, right?
Oh yeah, he was fine. He didn't actually die, but of course, Sakura had to make a big deal of it, and she was like, Sasuke! And, you know, making just a huge, big-ass deal about it. And then Naruto was like, Sasuke, no!
I think I love how both of our kind of like our WTF moments were death.
Yeah.
Because I think like it's so prevalent. But the thing is, like, death, I guess for is a kind of like a, oh my god, like what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
But yeah, no. But the thing is,
turned out okay though, for the most part.
Well, the thing is, like, I can't really remember a lot of WTFs as a kid, because obviously when you're a kid, you just kind of accept things.
Yeah.
But it was just, you know, especially now, there's so many that definitely have, obviously you could have seen from our videos, a lot of, like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
So
we appreciate them more as we are now older, because we try to make more sense of what's going on.
Right. So I hope that answers your question. I know that was kind of just turned into a rant, but
yeah,
we, you know, so we're just
we like talking.
We're having fun. This is fun because normally like we have to
Yay.
watch. We just watch anime
Yeah.
and that's it. But now we get to talk. So
Yay.
all right, so
All right. Oh Lord! All right.
Who's better, Elle or Death the Kid?
Oh man! And this is by Vriska Mindfang Circuit. Again, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Oh wow. So
That's kind of interesting because they're. I would never really associate them together.
Yeah.
But now that I think about it, you kind of would.
And you really gotta think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Elle would be defenseless against Kid's gun.
Right.
Power.
But at the same time, though, I think Elle would outsmart him.
Yeah. Yeah. He would figure it out in some way, shape, or form. He would somehow, especially because of the symmetrical thing, I bet he would mess with him symmetrically. Yeah. Like, I bet he would just, oh my god. And the fact that Elle is just so, not messy, but he's just kind of all over the place. Like, with the way he sits and
the way he
eats and stuff. Like, put them in one room together for just 10 seconds, well, and Kid would be like, "Ugh!"
The thing is, like, well, that's the thing with Kid, though. Like, once you piss it, like, if you get him to that point, like, he basically shuts down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Elle could just basically, like, have him shut down, and then he could probably just walk out of the room.
Pretty much.
So,
like, your hair's not symmetrical. Bye.
But yeah, so...
Wow.
So when it comes to actual fighting, I think Death the Kid.
Kid would probably win.
But to be outsmarted, I think Elle would outsmart Death.
Yeah.
Even though technically he didn't outsmart Death. Sorry. That was a bad joke. That was bad. Sorry.
And it's funny because he dies.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. You're always doing that. I love you so much for it, though.
Oh, God. All right, there you go.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. You just handed them to me, and then you gotta pick one. Okay.
Oh,
that
Lord.
was the last one.
All right.
Oh, boy. We got a long one.
The abridged.
The abridged Karibo.
Ah.
Yu-Gi-Oh. I see what you did there.
Let's see here. Do you guys only react to new anime, or will you go back and watch some old anime that pique your interest? Also, do you only react to 12 to 24 episode anime? If so, would you ever consider reacting to anything longer?
Wow. Okay.
Alright, so first off, do you guys only react to new anime?
Well,
for the moment, yes.
Yes. That's kind of how we began this, because when we started Fangirls React, we were in the middle of watching new series at the time. And we just figured that the views and, the fan base would be a little bit more interesting if we kept up with newer anime. Because although going back and watching old anime would be fun, it's new for y'all, but it's new for us too. And we thought that would add to the fun.
Because the thing is, that's kind of the thing is, like, I have a very, very vivid memory. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, especially if it's happened in the last, like, if I watched it within, like, the last year or 2 years or so, it's a very, like, I remember, like, plots of movies, like, I'm a very vivid person, like, vivid imagery and whatnot, so it's hard for me to rewatch an anime that I've already seen, especially if she's already seen it, because it would end up us being like, oh, this is the part where blah, blah, blah happens.
Yeah.
Like,
we try to be very conscious of who has seen what, and how long ago was it, and, if we're both interested in it, we think of all those different things when we look into the anime we want to react to.
Because the thing is, like, I mean, when Sailor Moon came out, like, obviously, when we watched, and, we watched The Crystal Tokyo, we watched the first episode of the original, and I know you guys saw the fact that we were both like, would she be the one? Like, we were, like,
would she be the one?
Like, temperaments, like, we were, like, oh, and this is the part, like, that, like, that, when it came out in the 90s, and we're still,
we're still remembering lines from it, and singing the song to it. And,
right.
But,
So the thing is, like, I mean, you know, I had thought about watching, you know, we had thought about watching Big O together, or Haroni Kenshin, or, you know, rewatching Asapri, and stuff like that, but it's still so prevalent that, like, and the thing is, like, there's so many good new animes coming out, that, like, we kind of get wrapped up in the new.
Right.
So.
And we tend to, you know, like, there's definitely, we have a list of older ones or past ones that we've watched that we would like to go back to or revisit or actually go and watch. But, you know, like she said, you know, the newer ones are just so more interesting, and we do get, you know, caught up in that excitement. So.
I mean, we would consider it, but right now we're just kind of enjoying the new thing. Do we also only react to 12 to 24 episode anime? This was kind of interesting. Nobunaga is a 24 episode thing, and Magi was a 24 episode thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to do the 24 episode thing.
It is.
Because we move from fall to winter, or winter to summer, or like winter to like
it overlaps multiple seasons, and so it's a little difficult to organize the videos and whatnot.
Now, would we consider reacting to anything longer? Maybe. I mean, it really kind of just depends.
Yeah, it's a maybe.
Like, I'm way behind on Bleach.
Yeah.
Like, for example, when she and I, we usually either, if I'm not over here, we usually have a Skype date and we watch the dubbed Attack on Titan because we think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And we watch.
I'm John Kirstein.
We watch Space Dandy. Well,
Yes.
in between Attack on Titan and Space Dandy, we watch, because it's on, Bleach. I hadn't watched Bleach in a very long time.
Oh yeah.
His sisters are almost adults.
Yeah. They're all grown up, and we were looking at each other like the first night it came on. Or
we were like, holy shit! Like, they're adults.
It really took us a few minutes to be like, who are they? And then when we realized it, we were like, oh my god! Like,
and like Aruru and the other kid from Urahara's.
Oh my god, yes.
Like, what?
Oh.
Like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was really like an eye opener. Like. And the thing is, they're on, like, for Adult Swim, they're on, like, 300 and something. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Like, we could probably, I can imagine us stretching it to, like, the 30s, maybe, but.
I mean,
we'll just have to wait and see where this goes. I mean, obviously, it'd be difficult, like, this season, for example, because we have so many going on at the same time. I guess the biggest concern with something that long, a series that long, would be making sure that it's consecutive, like we don't fall behind, because then we would probably drop it. Yeah, and we wouldn't want to play catch up for so long that it becomes almost inactive on the page, like almost kind of what Bakumatsu is turning into right now, because we need to back up all the way to episode 6.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're obviously not going to give up on it because we're going to continue it, but it was so funny last night when I was, getting stuff ready. Episode 10 of Love Stage came out on Wednesday.
Oh my god. And
it said end. And I went, what?
And she sent me a link.
And so I sent her a link, and I said, episode 10 was the last one. And she was like, what? And then, like, I found out yesterday that Book of Circus, the last episode, was 10. And I was like, what? But we have OVAs, so we have that to look forward to.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, it was just kind of... It kind of helps that it's shorter.
Yeah, it does.
Because not that we want the show to end, because especially if we're really enjoying it, but at least there's kind of, like, an end in sight, like, here we go. The conclusion.
Like, we love to change it up. We like to be able to do so many series within a year. Like, even though we didn't even look a year ahead a year ago. Like, we did not expect it to still be here doing this. But, in a sense, we just enjoy doing the seasonal new episodes, like new seasons, and showcase new voice actors, new animation studios,
and old voice actors.
Yeah, and old ones, bringing back old ones and old animators, and it just makes it so much more interesting.
Yeah.
So it's a maybe.
Yeah. So it has to be like the
like a staple,
like the epitome of yeah. So.
Yeah. So, all right, and we're down to our last one.
Whew.
Diana Sanez again. We had a couple of duplicates here.
That's fine.
That's cool. Yandere free or Sundere free? Oh, a lot of Yandere,
right.
Sundere questions tonight.
One more time. Yandere is like super
violent.
Super.
Yeah.
Sundere would be
is
like
cold.
Cold. So it'd be like Yamazaki.
Yeah.
All right. Who would be the Yandere and free? I guess Ren. Because he's been throwing a lot of shit. He throws a lot of shit around.
Yeah, he throws, he punches, he yells, he screams. He's got shark teeth. That should count for something.
Shark teeth. The thing is, like, the thing is what I love about Free is very balanced.
It is. We got the Shota, we got the smart ass, we got the strong sexy guy, we got the Sundere, we got the Yandere.
Well, the thing is the fact that, like, Makoto is, kind of
he's
loving, and
he's
then
like the
Haru's
sweet bear kid. like bear hug.
You mean like a teddy bear? Is that where you're trying to go? Hold on, Mighty. As I speak as your translator, what she means is okay. Sweet bear kid.
Like a Care Bear.
Yes! Makoto's a Care Bear. Done. Oh my god. Does he have a weed bag? I thought it was scattered in there like a Build-A-Bear.
Oh my god.
This is what I love. I love making her laugh to the part where she's in tears. Like, I know that sounds horrible, but it's so funny.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Well, when I say Care Bear, I imagine Makoto as a Care Bear with the killer whale on his belly.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, artist people, get on that. That's a cute idea.
God. Draw all of them like that.
Oh
my god. But yes, as a teddy bear. Teddy bear.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know, like, I like Ren, and I love how passionate he is, but, when he starts, like, throwing trash cans at, like, Nitori and stuff, I'm like, oh my god, like, can you calm down? Like, I know you're pissed, but don't take it out on him.
Yeah.
The thing is, that's kind of, like, it was literally after the last episode that I really, because I kind of knew that Yamazaki was going to end up being my anime husband for this show, because, like, I love Sujiro, and I will always love Sujiro, but for some reason, like, honestly, it's really because he looks like Bruce Wayne. Like, that's how it started. That's how most of my anime husbands start. Like, Roger Smith, I shit you not.
Yeah.
I watched it, and I was like, he reminds me of somebody. And then I was watching, like, an old Batman episode, like, the animated version.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, he looks like Bruce Wayne. Oh my god. So, I have a tendency to find characters that remind me of Bruce Wayne. Yamazaki, he's very standoffish, but he has a very loving side.
Yeah.
Like,
it's true.
I love him. I love the Sandre, what type is it? The strong silent type is like the Mori senpai from Orange High School Host. Stoic. That's usually the ones that I go for. So,
yeah.
I am more for the Sandre free than the Yandere free.
Yeah. I think in this sense, Yandere is, like, thanks. Like, I appreciate yanderes for being able to express more feelings, whereas tsunderes are just very quiet, reserved, which is okay too. But I'm the kind of person that, you know, I look at a tsundere character and I'm just like, what's wrong with you? Tell me what's wrong. Like,
I can make it better, maybe.
Yeah, like, it frustrates me. And it frustrates me in real people, too. Like, real yanderes and real tsunderes. Like, it frustrates me so much. But with yanderes, I'm also scared of the violence. Like, it kind of...
Yeah, like, oh my god, like, dude, calm down.
Like, yeah. So, you know, in the same way, you know, I really... Like, I can appreciate the yanderes, like Rin, but I can more so appreciate tsunderes, I think, just because they're a lot more calmer. And, you know, they're just cute in a way.
Yeah.
Yanderes tend to be more sexy through their anger, and then tsunderes are just kind of...
Like, you're just kind of like, hello.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, what's going on with you? Like, talk to me. Tell me something.
Yeah. And yeah, but I'm kind of into, again, referencing Oron, kind of into the
You would say I would say Honey Senpai.
Oh my god.
This is a Shota. And Wand.
What is his name?
Tamaki?
No, the other guy.
Kyoya?
Kyoya, thank you.
All
I'm
right.
into the Kyoya types, which I forget what that type is called. So, like...
Ikemen?
I think that's what it's called.
I mean, because
he's
he's got Magane, so...
Yeah. So...
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Well, we're all out of questions, but this was totally fun. We may have to end up making this, like, part 1, part 2 videos or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we
Holy crap.
we really enjoy...
Yeah.
We love talking to people, and so... Yeah, so, I mean, you know, we'll talk your ear off if you give us a chance.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we can't really do that with our channel, with our videos, because, you know, it's just us watching, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just wanted to celebrate our 1 year.
Yay. And thank you for all of our 1,000-something subscribers. Y'all are
all
awesome.
over the world. You guys are really cool.
The ones that started from the beginning and the ones that are new. We love you all. And we appreciate all of the 300,000 views we've been getting. That is amazing. Like, it's just insane to think about.
I mean, this started off as something we're doing for fun, and it's still something that we do for fun.
Right.
But it, you know, it just kind of makes it interesting that you guys enjoy watching us. So, yeah. So we just wanted to kind of have a little let us get to know you. Kind of let us get to know us kind of thing.
So we hope you guys enjoyed this. Because we did.
We did too. Oh my god, yay. Alright, so happy 1 year. Fangirls React. Oh, Lord.
Now we have some videos to make.
Oh, yes, Lord. Oh, God, we're still so behind. Okay, alright, bye.